right, I believe we are good to go. We have our spotlight speaker here, and I already put his information in there. Darshan Divakaran is here with us today, and he's going to be sharing. And if you happen to look at his LinkedIn profile, it is extremely impressive. So I probably would not do justice by introducing him, but I do want to highlight a few things. That he's a technology evangelist, and his expertise is in unmanned aircraft systems, advanced air mobility. He's an entrepreneur. He's the founder and president of Airavat Solutions. Hopefully I said that correctly. And then if you look at the LinkedIn, he is a member of the board and council of many organizations, of course, one of which is AUVSI, which I'm very strongly supportive of. But to tell you a little bit more about himself, take it away. And well, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you, Desi. No, really excited to be here. It's always good to have in-person meetings, but it can be even better if it's sessions like this, wherein you have your. I don't have a coffee, I have a tea, but I'm keeping the flow going on. But really, thank you for
tea drinkers. Wait a minute, do we allow tea drinkers? Does anybody else have tea?
It's tea. It's green tea.
Okay, we'll bring in. You're in.
This year I started with intermittent fasting, so that's me. I'm taking advantage of staying home, working from home and making it into a health this thing also. So I started doing intermittent fasting, and I'm an expert in intermittent fasting. So after this, if anyone wants to hit me up for intermittent fasting other than drones, I'm happy.
We're gonna have a whole talk just on that. We're gonna have on that.
No, but I really the thing is, I enjoy talking about drones. I love to educate, and this invitation from Women in Drones, I'm really happy to be here and seeing the energy from all the people attending. I think why wasn't I here much sooner? So the main thing you highlighted about my my background and everything. The main thing there is that if you see, I see myself as an educator. I used to think the word expert fits well, but really we are all learning, and every day, every day we are learning something new. Every conference, every session, I'm sure today also we are going to be learning something new. So the thing is, can I call myself an expert? Not really. So I'm an educator. What I learn, what I hear, I love to pass the message on. So that is where Airavat, my company Airavat, and AUVSI North Carolina have all come into effect is because of that main thing. Overall, manned aviation I started out with and got into geospatial side of it, remote sensing, drones. So keep learning, keep studying. That's the main thing. And overall, being able to be part of some great initiatives, and as a result, being able to grow in this industry. I know how this generally goes. So I'm going to be telling about one thing at a time, like starting with Airavat. So I'll take you to a little bit of a flashback. It's always good to go a little bit in the flashback of where this all started and how and why I'm here and how I'm moving ahead. So passion was always aviation. Being a coming from a family where my dad is also a pilot and everything. So passion has been aviation. I came 2003 to US for my undergraduate degree and everything. So I did my commercial flying. I did my professional aeronautics from Embry-Riddle. I went ahead and did a lot of, I started out in web consulting and everything. So I started getting into business development there. Then eventually I got into GIS. I was interested by working with data. So I got into GIS and then pulled into remote sensing. And then around 2014, I got pulled into drones. It was all by I would say it's a mistake because I joined from a master's program and I'm thinking damn, I have to pay the whole master's program. There's no funding, there's no financial aid. I have to pay for this. And suddenly, a week into my course, someone reaches out to me in one of the meetings and like, you're a pilot, you're a aviation pilot, FA pilot. I said, yes. So have you been interested in drones? Have you looked into drones? I'm like, no, I have no idea what drones are. I know the military side of it, but I don't think so. I won't be able to do that part of it. So he said, no, no, no. FAA's requirement right now is that if you want to fly a drone, you have to be an FAA pilot. So this is during the 333 and COA and time before the Part 107. So I was like, okay, let me check it out. So I attended I attended the first day of the meeting and everything. I was like, okay, this is good. Let me learn more about it. And it started out there. Initially I thought this was just going to be something that's going to pay my masters and would give me free masters program. But eventually I got so pulled into it that within less than 3 months of starting as a fellow scholar, I was given a full-time state job with NC State University to lead their drone side, work as a research associate, work on flight operations, research, work on mapping using drones. So I got certified on various platforms and started learning step-by-step process. That's the thing, my foundation was pretty strong. I was able to learn from being in the field, working on aircrafts, writing up operational manual checklists, seeing how these documents can be implemented into operations. So started building drone programs for agencies, and eventually the state, North Carolina Department of Transportation asked me to leave that position and come in and be the out-of-box thinker for the state, and bring in new initiatives. And as state agencies, they're pretty, even though they work on various technologies infrastructure, but they are not the fastest organization to take a new technology, and they need that trust to be built. They take time to adapt to a technology. So I was the out-of-box thinker, brought to build the program for the state, build programs for other agencies, work with other agencies to see what their needs are. So me and my team, so I was brought as an executive aviation consultant to build this, because as a consultant, I had a little bit more leverage to do a lot more initiatives. So that is where I realized that I was doing something right. It was helping organizations, agencies in North Carolina. And then I said, why not help other states? If something is going pretty well, we want to make sure that others also can benefit from it. So that was where I started my company in 2017, Airavat, where I bring together experts that have worked with and who I believe are also educators. And these folks are part of public safety agencies, universities, community colleges, lawyers, and engineers. They have various background expertise and everything. So we come together and we help other states with whatever their needs are. If it is putting educational workshops, organizing conferences, summit, expos, doing live flight demonstrations. And when I say live flight demonstrations, I'm not talking about just flying a drone. We do serious demonstrations where we have manned aircrafts flying with drones, airspace deconfliction. We do search and rescue operations. We do various applications from if you have to do like underwater vegetation mapping to rail corridor mapping. We do all those sort of demonstrations for people to really understand this technology. So that's where the team came together. That's where Airavat came together. And then over the next few years, we were invited by other states to do initiatives. We were invited by other countries. I was invited by South Korea to come and educate the companies there on the potential of a global aviation market. I was invited to Amsterdam, London, Cayman Islands, and so India and everything. So it started becoming more of an international education. Became our focus. So we started bringing companies closer to US to see what they can, which market they can be a part of. and also see how US companies can be part of international markets. So that is Airavat focus, and we have organized some big events like the NC Drone Summit and Flight Expo, Unmanned Arizona Summit, and right now we are organizing the AZDroneFest and Education Expo, which I'll tell you a little bit about a little later. But with that also came the focus is that you know, Airavat is a commercial company. Yes, we need to make some profit. I'm not saying we need to make a lot of profit, but we need to make some profit. But there has to be education and outreach that is standardized and shouldn't have the dollar value attached to it. And that's where I decided to form the AUVSI North Carolina chapter in North. And even though it's created in North Carolina, we have other states also that are part of it. We have people who are part of our committee from other states because they believe in what we do. And we have organized this year endless workshops, webinars, free. We don't charge anything. We don't force anyone to become a member. We just say that if you believe in what we do, then you know what the right decision is. And we have organized online webinars, which minimum we have had 200 registrations and attendees. We held a full day training workshop for state and local agencies on hurricane response as the hurricane season was coming. And to look at it, we just did not put a workshop, but we also donated 2 free drones, brand new Skydio drones. We thank Skydio for that collaboration. They donated 1 free, and we paid for 1 free through the sponsorship we raised. And we give 2 brand new drones to a public safety agencies that's just starting out. And we are providing them with free training education. So, it's like you can educate, but you also have to provide the tools after that, because that education is no value if you don't really implement it. So that's our focus there. And with AUVSI, North Carolina, we were able to start some key initiatives. Most recently, one is Student Ambassador Program, where we want to prepare the future workforce that is in universities, community colleges, schools, with the right education. We will provide them with the knowledge. We'll organize workshop sessions for them. All they have to be is a student ambassador for that, for that university, college, or school, and they will find like-minded, kids and students who are interested in drones and pass the message on. So that is one of the initiative that we are driving. The other one is donate a drone program. So basically, you have to if you have a brand new drone, or you have a roughly used drone and it still flies, give it to us. If it's a drone that is in good working condition and can be used by a public safety agency, we will hand it over to them. But if it's not in a great working condition, but it can still fly and do it, good for demonstration stuff, we will give it free to a student organization. We'll help create that club or organization, and we'll give them the drone so that they have the tools and technology needed. If it's a software, so part of that is also software. If you want a software to be given, we'll provide that software. So that's our second. Third is Women and Drones. I kept the name Women and Drones because we believe in Women and Drones initiative that I'm part of today. And so that is where what we want to do is motivate more women to join leadership and take up roles in every company and organization as drone pilots, as executive, leaders, and for that, whatever is needed, guidance and everything, we'll provide that. And the thing is, the team that I created for the AUS and North Carolina are also, again, experts, public safety, lawyers. We have in my both the organization, one Airavat and AUVSI, our primary focus is to bring women into the organization. So my company Airavat is a woman-led company. My wife is the CEO, and we have Nicole here today. She's our operations coordinator. They are both really the main face of the company. When it comes to AUVS, again, we have Nicole, we have Ashley, we have Justine. Again, they are the face of AUVS and North Carolina. So we really believe in whatever we speak, we educate. So that's where both these organizations come into picture. And we're just excited that every step of the way, we have been successful. If it is leading operations in North Carolina for drone delivery, for disaster response, for education, drone safety awareness, anything, we have been integral part of it and led these operations. And we are now working with other states and want to make sure that education and knowledge is standardized. And when we only way to standardize it is to continue bringing in experts who believe in this and passing the message on. No matter we are AUVSI North Carolina or there's AUVSI in other states, everyone's doing a great job. We want to collaborate. So that's where both these organizations have come into effect. And along the way, a lot of other initiatives, a lot of startups we have worked on, created, been part of. And end of the day, it's I love this technology a lot, really a lot. So that like if you see my eyes are a little tiny right now, it's because I slept at 5 a.m. in the morning getting work done. So that's the commitment I have. Is I don't see the hours that I put in. I see the quality of the work I provide. So and that's where have had a good run, and I'm sure continue going to have a more work on better initiatives in the long run. So on the AZDroneFest, I mentioned to you all, and today whoever's attending this session, I'll post the code, or maybe Nicole, can you post the code for AZDroneFest? So this code will give complimentary registration to the event. It's a 3-day event starting on Thursday. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 3 days event. The site is AZDroneFest.com. What we are trying to do is, and this is something to think about, is there are so many events taking place during this pandemic, and this pandemic has been harsh on jobs, on education. Overall, it's just been a tough for all of us to just adjust to it. But if you're seeing that the big commercial events and other events, they have to still keep the budget high, because they have to put what investment they're putting in, they have to get return. They cannot work on loss. In our case, we are not working on any profit and loss. Our main factor is that we put together a 3-day event that is for anyone and everyone who loves drones. We have recreational, commercial, public safety, everything covered in this. We are not, the registration we are practically giving right now for free to public safety students. We are not even charging. We are giving, it's a $30 registration is the original price, and initially we had 20% discount prices, and now we are practically like, this is just 1 day from it. It's a virtual event. All the work is done, and I'm really excited on how the speakers have turned out. We got experts from around the nation. We got great keynotes. We got some great companies that are sponsoring this. So now the plan is that everyone should take benefit of it. So with that code, you get free registration. If that code runs out, let us know. We'll provide you more free registration, because by end of this year, we want to make sure that 2020 has not been the year that you have not been educated. And the cost of other events are too high. And when I say too high is, when you look at early on, some of these events have costed over $500, but now even it's over $100. That's still pretty high for a lot of people. And if that is the limiting factor for education, then this is the chance to overcome it. So if you have programs that have 10 pilots, 15 pilots, how are you going to make sure they're educated? And this is a big problem, which not a lot of people have realized, is the big conferences that take place. And I have a great relation with AUVS Exponential, Commercial UAV into Drone. These conferences cater to a larger audience, that is your senior leadership, mid leadership folks, while as the other folks that are your actual drone operator on the field, or your staff, your visual observers, they don't get the benefit of attending these conferences, because companies are not able to send each and every one out there for training or for education. So what they do is they send selected few people, and the rest, for the rest of the folks, they say that, okay, maybe your program manager, someone will educate you. But the main thing there is, the education right now is more than 50% through YouTube and reading stuff online, because moment the numbers start adding zeros to it as a cost for registration or for training, it starts becoming a limiting factor. So we understood this, and practically a good 30% to 40% of people are not getting education in this industry because of that limitations. I myself know that because I was an executive aviation consultant for a state agency, I had the benefit of traveling for conferences and sessions. But when it came to the drone pilot that I'm flying with, he or she will never get an opportunity to go for these things. So that is where I started working on state conferences, state workshops, state events. But then, when you don't have industry backing these initiatives, if industry is not sponsoring some, to put this event, it's not like I can sit alone and make 3 days of events. I have staff, I have teams, I have people who are doing a lot of hard work. We have a video editing team, we have a marketing team. Now, their salaries have to be paid. And if you're thinking about making profit out of a virtual event, let me tell you that virtual events don't make profit. If it breaks even, it's great, but most of the time it runs on loss. So with that thinking, we wanted to make sure that we are providing the best quality education at the lowest of free, at a free cost. So if you go through the website, you will see there's keynotes from FAA, UPS Flight Forward, Skydio, you have Exxon, and you have from Arizona Economic Development. Now, you see the variety in it. Education, we have public safety, we have economic development that create job opportunities and stuff. We have regulatory body, we have drone delivery, because that's the most, I would say the big thing happening right now this year is drone delivery. So we have that variation. And if you see the sessions, these sessions are not for, when you attend some of the conferences, you see some of these sessions are go top of your head because they are high level discussions. And we want to make sure that this conference is not that high level discussion. These conferences are discussion at a ground level where decision makers, your pilots and everyone can understand what's happening. So we have planned such a way that everyone benefits from it. We have training on one day, that Saturday, that is for part 107, for fleet management. We have for selecting your drones and everything. And all these things put together, we also have a similar session to how Coffee with, Coffee Connections, we have a drone talks that's going on live 2-hour session where we're just going to answer questions and everything. So that's the thing. End of the day, this event, we got 2 big sponsors, Skydio and Exxon, that have backed this, but we've got a couple of other level 1, level 2, level 3 sponsors that have helped put this event together. And now we just want everyone to be there, enjoy this event. And the highlight of this is we're not only talking about education. We have a drone festival, actual drone fest taking place, where there are 40 international videos, national international videos being submitted from filmmakers. And these videos are amazing. I'm telling you, I'm not a I thought, I say that all commercial pilots are recreational pilots. Sadly, I'm not a recreational pilot. I just don't go and fly drones for fun. Even if I don't use a drone for 6 months, I will not still go and fly a drone for fun. I will only do it for work. But this really motivated me to look into, what is beyond just public safety and commercial. It's understanding your nature, using it, especially photographers, videographers, they understand how to capture this. And that is what, caught my attention. I was like, just a 2-minute of video, and I'm like, wow, you can see so much happening in that video. And that is also because of a drone. So we have awards that is being given out, and we are hoping that this, this AZDroneFest is part of US Drone Fest that we have partnered with Chris Tenard. That continues in other states also as a 1-day event, as a 2-day event, as a 3-day event, because we want each and every state to make sure that they are getting the right education. So the code is there. Please register. And if you want more codes, if you want more free registration, just message us and we will provide you as many codes. End of the day, this event is going, the 3 days, I guarantee you, and that's how past events has been, is at the end of the 3 days or 2-day event that we have organized, no one has come and told us that this was a waste of time or we didn't learn anything. We have always got best, and that's why I'm very proud about anything we put, because we provide the best quality education. So that's about the AZDroneFest. I know, is this a Q&A type? You want me to, if y'all have any questions, I'm happy to answer about me, about something about the drones that you're interested on.
Is
Awesome.
Ozzy Osbourne going to be there?
Yes.
I didn't get you. What you
Is it
said?
called AZDroneFest or is it AZDroneFest?
I say AZDroneFest.
Okay, who's Izzy?
So Arizona Drone Fest. Sorry.
Easy.
Oh,
Hey.
Okay, no, sorry. I called it AC Drone Fest because that's what I
Oh,
thought.
my 80s rockers.
Don't worry, everybody got that. It's
Ozzy and
Arizona
drones, come
Drone Fest.
on.
I was like,
It's Arizona Drone Fest and Education Expo.
can't
So-
wait
Okay, you
for
got it.
rookie days.
So there's a company called US Drone Fest that organizes the different drone fest in different states. So we've decided to partner because that brings the I bring the I would say my company brings the public safety and commercial side of it, and they bring the cinematography and recreational side. So together, I think it's a powerful collaboration.
I really, really, really appreciate what you say about, how usually just the leaders go into a lot of these conferences, and that the actual, people that are flying the drones, the crews and stuff, they're out working, they don't get to, and they're the ones that really require it. That is a brilliant observation and a brilliant way to market to, the people that are out there actually flying. So kudos to you. It warms me up. It's awesome.
And they're the folks, where the leadership reaches out before anything is bought and say, hey, can you tell me if this is a good purchase or not? And, it's not, say, I've been a program manager and stuff. When a technology comes, what I say is show it to my team and let them let me know. And now when you take something that they have never seen before and you show it to them, they're going to be amazed no matter it works or not. And the problem is that is where many of these agencies, organizations have had hurdles, is that they have bought technologies and softwares that has not been used or really does not serve their purpose, because no one out there asked them that, does this serve your application? If I'm focused on crash scene reconstruction and you're selling me a fixed wing drone for that, I'm not going to do a lot of great work. And now I have a $10,000, $20,000, whatever the price is.
Yep.
I have that drone with me, and I am now complaining to people that this product was not good. It's not that. It's because you asked someone to look at it, and that person has not seen the technology. And I have dealt with this every day. I've asked my pilots when I ask them to review a product, I ask them, what do you base this feedback on? And they're like, wow, you could do this, you could do that. I said, have you seen any other softwares? They're like, no, this is the only one that we have seen. That's why we are amazed. Now, when you bring them 3 different softwares and you give them a hands-on experience, and I generally ask companies to give me 30 days of trial period with my pilots. So with that, what happens, I give them an opportunity to test these 2 to 3 products and then come back with a feedback, because that is where we end up making good value of the money and making sure that the time is not wasted in the long run. So that is where I dealt this with pilots. I myself, when I was a student, a drone pilot that moved into my role, for close to 2 years in my role, there was no budget for travel. While as my my flight operations manager, my director would go for conferences, and when come back, I'm sitting in the same room with them, and they say, hey, you saw that? It was amazing. You saw that? That was amazing. And I'm like, what is amazing? Because I was not part of it. And I'm like, that's not right. And that is where I felt like states, and again, it's not, I'm not putting out that it's companies like us who need to do it. It is states' responsibility to have a state event every year focusing on this. And it could be done by Department of Transportation, it could be done by chapters, organizations, but someone has to put together an event that is practically free and no cost, or very low cost.
Love it.
It has to be there.
Anybody have any questions? We're getting ready to go out into our rooms, and then we have a drawing, so we gotta hustle. as we move forward. Anybody have any quick questions? Are you guys ready to go into your rooms? That was amazing. Awesome. Everybody got the code?
Yes, it was. Yes, I am. The code was put into the chat. I will repost it while you're in the rooms if you'd like. That way it can come down to the bottom again. Darshan, we cannot thank you enough for
Yes,
everything, for
awesome.
the great conversation, great
Great job.
educational outreach, and for everything that you're doing in the industry.
Inspiration, man. Inspiration.
Very much so.
The energy y'all bring, I think that's where today I'm going to have an excellent day just because of being part of the session.
Absolutely. So are we.
Right.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
All right.
So
So
it makes my Tuesday work.
so, and I've made sure that I have Nicole and Darshan in two different rooms. Maybe you can share a little bit. The topic today is just the value that you've gained from going to conventions and expos and where you find the value in them.